lot of crayfish here, and it's great to see them coming back. But look at this one. That's a fine one, isn't it? And you can see one claw is way bigger than the other one. But watch the way they flick the tail. Watch the way they flicks the tail. Mom, would you do it? Scumbag. Here we go. That's it, go on. Go on, picky picky. They have a bit of a pinch to them as well. Look at it pinching onto my skin. Hey, that's not nice. Come on. Yeah, gotcha. But to flick the tail, see the way they turn the tail back in underneath, and then they flick it like this, and then that's how they swim really fast. My little homemade mini forest. And I have about, that's an ash tree, and they all go back, and there's different ones in there. Some of them I have got maybe out of a gutter, or some of them come from the actual seed, as you see here. This one and this one and this one. These are all hazelnuts. The sweet chestnut actually come from nuts. And this willow tree here is just a piece of a willow branch that was cut, stuck down into the soil, and off it goes again. Woo! Litter the world with trees. Not only do I have about a bunch of trees here, I've already planted a few out in the wild, and I have a bunch of more grown over there. We're going to stay doing it, just stay doing it. And that's all you have to do is plant them, let them off, and they look after themselves. Unlike us humans, who need nurturing. Just move on. What a lovely woodland. And this is August, so we're into autumn here in Ireland. And I was on my travels into the woodland, and I came across this. It seems somebody's been practicing their old bushcrafty. I know you have a big fire pit down there. They were starting to build a lean-to shelter with a couple of lashings up here in the corner. They have something, maybe it's a type of chair they're trying to make over here. And you see a couple of, maybe they're practicing, or, oh, look at the dog. I made her a collar, as you could say, as they say. We'll call it a necklace. Look, it's a nice little one. All right, Cora, it goes up my one. But look, this is people out and about. Now there are bits of plastic and beer cans and glass bottles, but they're kept neat, and I'm sure these people will take them away in time. But it's great to see people actually. It's great to see people out and about and practicing these skills. And this is actually very well made. It's good and strong. So it's good to see this, and you know, I might just set up camp here, have a cup of tea, something to eat, and see what happens after that. Plenty of firewood around here. Lots of dead standing trees. So let's get a brew on that. I have the camp kettle on brew. And as you can see, it goes up here, just a regular guy line, coming down to a piece of wire that I found on the ground around here. It's from an old barbecue. But this big long stick then runs the whole way back. And I hammered in this stick in the ground, just tied that other post onto it. Just does the job. Big mad long post, but nice and convenient, and off you go. You have that fallen tree there to rest it on, and some contraption that somebody was building here. But other than that, it's A-OK. Just love it out here in the woodlands. It's great. But look, camp bread. I have the dough mixed up, and as you can see, woohoo! Gonna lob that back in. Give it now a little tap down. Gonna put it in. I'm actually gonna cook it in this pot. Put the lid on it. Have the heat coming from underneath. I'm gonna throw a few embers on top as well to bring the heat from the top. I'm gonna make myself some soup. I'm gonna have some bread for the old dip into the soup. Nothing like it, lads. Nothing like it. Get out and do it. Right. I brought a comfy chair with me, why not? Car isn't too far away, so it's easy to carry all this stuff. A big bag full of stuff. Have my sleeping quarters set up for tonight, but we'll have a look at that later on. But I had an accident with my finger. Sliced it. Man, there was some amount of blood. But anyway, we'll move on. I love this. Heritage Week in Ireland. Ireland, should I say. And something I have here, it goes back to prehistoric times, many times, all over the world, not just Ireland. But my bread is finished. And look, and I broke it in half to have a look. Whew. Ooh, Tasha, on a chair. It is very hot. And look, you can see the bread cooked lovely. And that's going to be, I'm going to keep a bit for the morning. But right now, this bit, that smells nice. It's brown bread. And they're basic recipes. And what I love about bread is it's like a spoon. It's like a spoon you eat. Now the bread is little bit too hot at the moment to eat. But look, oh, this is one of my favourite. Well, Cora, come on up. Well, yeah, up. Come on, up. Yeah, come on. Go up there. Right, come on around. Up. Good girl. Now, I brought dinner for her. So I'm just going to enjoy this soup, enjoy this bread. See the steam coming off it? I hope so. Well, it's actually lovely and hot. This is lovely and hot as well. We'll have a look at the sleeping quarters after this. I likes it. That was lovely soup and bread. I have to admit, I really enjoyed it. The one thing about being out in the woodland, and this is probably the only tough thing, although I can see to the edge of the trees over there, that's the lake just out there. It's a lot brighter out there. When you're in the trees, everything seems a lot darker. So if you are setting up camp, if you are going to be staying here tonight, come out that bit earlier because it gets darker inside the woodland. But anyway, let's have a look at tonight's sleeping quarters. I likes it. I likes it a lot. You have your tarp, and underneath, a nice and a right good, a very good, which I would recommend, is a hammock. And the good thing about this hammock is, over across there's a mesh, and you get in, you zip it up, and no BUGZ bugs coming into you. No spiders, no mosquitoes, nothing. So that's good. And I have a mattress that'll go in there, a self-inflating mattress, which is really good. And it's a 4-season. But this is the one thing that I have that a lot of people wouldn't bring. And it's actually one of the best things, I believe, you could bring. You look at all the indigenous tribes around the world. You look at cultures, you look at people in the past, they're always wearing maybe a shawl or a blanket because it's so versatile. And not only will this end up in my hammock tonight to keep it nice and warm, but while I'm sitting by the fire in my chair, I can have this wrapped around me as well for that extra comfort. I can put it around the bottom in case my buttocks gets cold. Hello! Or if you did want to just warm up, keep your shoulders warm, which is important, or up over your head again, which is pretty good. And you trap a lot of heat into your head. Huh? One worry I have about bushcrafting is when people are learning bushcrafting and when they're doing different things, they come out into the woods and a tree becomes something that you want to use just as a simplicity thing. There is, in every woodland, there's lots of dead trees, either on the ground or standing dead trees, which are the best ones to use because they're already dead. You don't need to harm the other trees. And unfortunately, this is a rowan, or a mountain ash they call it. And this was cut down, and there's other trees here cut down that were perfectly living. There's branches of beech trees and things like that where there was actually no necessary means for it, because I see a lot of other types of trees here that can do all the other jobs of these. The only thing that if you are out in the country, be careful of the living trees. We need the living trees to get to the stage to take over the existing trees. Look after the living and respect the dead. Ah, oh, look at the steam. Can you notice anything different? Can anybody notice anything different for this one moment? That wasn't a hot rock. But this is called a pit oven. You can see, I'm hoping it worked. And nice and slowly, take everything back. Ooh, the rocks are very hot. So you got to be careful. You couldn't do this by hand. Or you could use a couple of sticks to clear it back if you had to clear it off. That's the way it goes. I covered over a couple of sticks. Come on, you son of a Welton. A lot of steam coming out. A lot of steamy. Now, nice and slowly. Some of the stones. Some of the stones are a little bit bold. No, you're a bold stone. No, you're bold. There's good heat there, but it's not the best. Now we're down to the ground. Here we are. Oh my, I wish you could, man, I think it got bit. I wish you could smell this. I'll just get the leaves off it. But this is a rack of lamb. So we're going to go back over here, let it cool. Let's have a look at it. Lots of leaves stuffed with butcher. What can you do about it? Who cares? Who cares? Oh, look at that for meat. Look at that. Oh, it's rusting. I'll take a few bits of the outside off because a certain person will want some, but she can have the old bits on the outside. But oh man, so hot. So tender and juicy. Man, that is lovely. Let's go have our dinner. Don't process it, but we're just going to strip the meat off the bones for the dog. Have other food there for the dog. But this is what you call the great outdoors. I have my blanket around me. It's getting chilly now. Sun is about to set over there. And it's getting a little bit darker in here, so the temperature is going to drop. Yeah. Oh, look what I have here. Lamb August mash, protein, potatoes, something that the Irish adopted once it came to the country, like it was a growth on the back of their shoe. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. It takes a lot of work, but pit oven cooking has been there for millennia. Since the Stone Age times, in Ireland you had things called the Fullacht Fia, and there was places all around the country where it looks like the shape of a horseshoe, and in these places they would have water and they'd heat up stones, big stones, till they were white hot, and these stones were put into the water and they'd bring the water to the boil, and then they would put their meat in the water, they'd cook their food in the water, maybe they washed themselves as well, maybe they done other stuff, but is it possible then when they took the food out, they put it over the spit of the fire just to give it a little roast on the outside, or a little bit of basting with some nice honey or something like that. But these are all things of the heritage of not only this culture, but cultures all over the world. And it's great to see the people here, and they're building things, and just be careful of what trees you cut down. Don't cut down living trees. But it's great to see people getting out and about. And a fire is going. I'm going to put the kettle back up. I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to have a cup of tea and a biscuit. All I forgot was the beans or the gravy. I should have brought that, never thought of it. But that doesn't matter because I have a full meal. And one of the hardest things in the wild is to find your own food. Now when it comes to foraging, that's different. You can find roots and tubers, and you can find nuts and berries in the autumn. And the summer, right, there's lots more plentiful. In the spring there you have new growth and stuff like that. But come to winter, but animals and all those things, fish seems to be number one. Back to the Stone Age times, fish was huge in diet, and even to this day, one of the healthiest, with all those good oils and nutrients, fish. So we need to look after the oceans. Keep the plastic out of the oceans. But anyway, you go have your good food or whatever you're doing, and I'm going to eat this bad boy with my lamb. Yummy. And be back to you in a little while. When it gets a little bit dark, we'll have a lovely little campfire going, and we'll get the ambience or ambience of the night campfire. Thank you. Fair enough, you want to have your times out in the woods or anywhere you are at all in the world. But look, bottles with the top is broken off the bottle, which can cause an injury. Another bottle there, a couple of cans. Lads, just take them home. Come on. This is what it's like when you walk back into camp. They're not mine. That's rubbish. But anyway, you're walking back into camp. And some people were making this. But a lovely fireplace. T-shirt drying. My cutlery hanging up. And me sleeping quarters over there underneath that. My hammock and my tarp in case it rains. But it's nice and calm out tonight, not much wind. Groovy! Gonna have a cup of tea. Welcome to Nature's TV. The night has not fully set in and the day has still not falling to sleep. There's still light in the background, but it's more or less not far off being just completely dark. The only sound and the only sight I shall then have is tonight's fire, which is the best channel anybody could tune into. I have plenty of firewood to keep me going for the night. And the great thing about the outdoors, you get to sleep early, but you wake early. And early to bed, early to rise, as the old saying goes. I see this thing on Facebook where people are starting to put up pictures of themselves to say how, okay, nobody's perfect in this world. Everybody has made mistakes. If we learn from our mistakes, well, there's an important lesson in life. We can do good in the future. We may have done bad in the past, but we can do good in the future. Forgiveness is in our blood. But one thing, as Oscar Wilde once said, to love oneself is the beginning of a long life romance. And there's no harm in loving yourself. Just don't be a sickener. That's what we say over here in Ireland. But anyway, you know what I mean. Take care of yourself, look after yourself. You are you, nobody else. And enjoy it. Nature's TV. Good morning. Good girl up. Well, it's morning time. It's only 8 o'clock. Kettle is on boil for a cup of tea. Going down at the lake. Inside of this pot, there's 2 eggs. So I'll have boiled eggs. I have sausages. Found some hazelnuts just down below. I'm going to go look for some blackberries to use as a jam on my homemade bread. I'll have a cup of tea and I'll have my breakfast. We'll pack up and we'll head home. But for me, Agus Corabon, take it easy, have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, have a good year, have a good life. So we'll see you soon. Thank you very much from Woven World Bushcraft. Enjoy it. I know it was the end of the video, but I gotta try this. Yesterday when I got here, I took a walk around, and because there was somebody here before, they lost this. It's an arrow. And it's missing a flight, and usually there's two different colours, 2 of one, maybe 2 yellow and 1 red. But while I was here and there was a certain type of a tree on the ground which was freshly cut, I said I'd really try really fast just to make a bow. And I'm after stringing it up, and as you can see, it's very crudely made. And I actually like this. So we're just going to give it its maiden flight to see on the success of things. To see what the red one is pointing out and this. So we're just going to see, is it possible to fire it? And I'm going to fire it in the direction where you can see the arrow. And I've done archery for years, so this is a... And it worked. That's actually really cool. Now I know the direction the arrow is gone and I'll find it. But to make a homemade bow just like that, if I spend a bit more time and if I had the proper tools and things like that, anything is possible out in the wild. Hey, thanks again.